Hi recap viewers, welcome back to Twisted Movies. Today, I will be recapping a romantic comedy drama film titled Crazy Rich Asian, which was released back in 2018. Don't forget, there are going to be spoilers ahead, so watch and enjoy the video. The movie begins with the view of a private hotel in London at the year 1995. It's a rainy day and some Asian kids are seen entering the hotel, as they are accompanied by their mother and some other lady. They were from Singapore. The mother of the kids, Mrs. Eleanor Young, goes to meet the receptionist, as she tells him that she had booked a reservation in the hotel, but he disagrees, telling her that she have had no reservation in the hotel. During the conversation, the manager walks in, but while Mrs. Eleanor had demanded to be shown her suite, he told her that they were fully booked. Mrs. Eleanor requested to call her husband using their phone booth, and while she returned, the manager threatens to call the police if she doesn't leave, but to his surprise, her husband had bought the hotel right away. The movie then brings us to the present in New York, where we see a girl, with the name, Rachel Chu, who is a professor in economics and game theory. We also see a guy with the name, Nick, and it reveals that both were lovers. In the next scene, we see Rachel and Nick eating in a restaurant, of which Nick later suggested that they should both travel to Singapore, his hometown, for his best friend's wedding as he was his best man, and also emphasized that Rachel would also meet his family and also see Peaklin, her roommate at college. While Rachel and Nick were discussing, a girl walked past and secretly took a photo of them and shared it on the internet, which went viral at once and got to Nick's mother, who turns out to be Mrs. Eleanor Young. She called her son, asking him if he was bringing Rachel to Colin's wedding, of which Nick was shocked on how his mother had found out, but soon figured it out. Nick tells his mother that he was coming home with Rachel, but she replied that the house was not ready for guests, telling him that Rachel would have to stay somewhere else. Next, we see Rachel and her mother, Carrie Chu, in a cloth store as they were finding a good dress that Rachel would wear to see Nick's family. During the shopping, Rachel tells her mother that she don't know much about Nick's family, and anytime she tries to discuss it with Nick, he changes the subject. Hearing this, her mother thought that maybe his parents are poor, and he is embarrassed to talk about his family. Later on at the airport in New York, Rachel sees some airport potters. As they approach them, offers to carry their bags and check them into first class. Rachel thought that they were mistaking them to somebody else, but Nick asked her to go with it. While they are in their suite, Rachel demanded to know how Nick was able to afford first class, causing him to reveal his family background to her. Nick and Rachel had just arrived at the airport in Singapore, and are welcomed by Nick's best friend, Collins, and his wife-to-be, Araminta. They drove them round the city, and later went to a local restaurant, where Araminta later invited Rachel to her bachelor party. Somewhere else, we see Nick's sister, Astrid, as she walks into her house with some packages, and ordered her house help to hide the packages, while she hid her box of earrings on top of a wardrobe. After that, we see her husband Michael on the bathroom, and while he came out, he told Astrid that he'd caught her maid trying to hide a pair of Jimmy Choos behind a dryer. He also asked her why she always hid her shopping from him, but she avoids the conversation, as she gave him an expensive wristwatch which she had bought for him. Rachel later goes to visit her old college roommate, Peaklin, and had lunch with her family. During the lunch, Rachel somehow explained that she had followed her boyfriend to Singapore for a wedding and also to meet his family. Peaklin's father, Mr. Goh, asked Rachel who the guy was, but while she tells them that he was Nick Young, the whole family froze in shock, including Peaklin, as she had not known that the Nick Rachel came with was Nick from the Young family. Peaklin later offered her a new dress, and also told her that the Young family were crazy rich.